The diploma show comes at the end of HND second year, and it's an opportunity for the students who have been with us for 2 years to showcase what they can do. We invite directors and agents, people who run theatre companies. They come along and they see extracts that students present. They get an opportunity to meet with the students afterwards, and it's a way of introducing the students to, hopefully, future employers, to the workplace and to the industry that they want to go out into.
Well, our diploma show is an opportunity for the students, I think, to demonstrate what they have learned over, for some of them, 3 years being here, sitting in an NQ. It's a chance for them to choose something that they want to do themselves, maybe something also that they've never done before, something quite challenging. So we have quite a lot of Shakespeare, which I think is an excellent thing, and quite a few traditional pieces of theatre, because not always are the opportunities for students to explore all those areas.
What happens is each student is allocated a brief amount of time, and either through monologues or duologues, sometimes it's a movement piece, sometimes it's a song, they give examples of the kind of work they do. So each student gets an equal amount of time, and the difference between this and a normal production is there's no lead roles, there's no supporting roles. Every student has exactly the same amount of time to showcase their talents.
The show is a big culmination of everything that we've been working towards for the 2 or 3 years that we've been here. It's given us the chance to break away from maybe the lecturer saying this is what we're going to do, and allowing us to be independent and choose exactly what we want to do and how we want to show off our talents.
Atheists? Any atheists?
If you had 1 ounce of self-esteem.
But I am Fat Boy. I prevail.
Where I really make the big bucks is modelling for Valentine's cards.
Of course you remember. How about some teas?
So each student has a certain amount of time. The director will decide the running order to make sure it's an interesting hour, hour and a half for the audience to watch. At the end of the showcase, the audience, the directors, the agents, the theatre companies are invited to stay on and meet the students afterwards over a refreshment. And that, for the students, is quite often the most scary part of the evening. It's not going on stage and doing their pieces, it's actually meeting everybody afterwards and trying to get on with people, not being too keen, not being too desperate, but not being too cool. And that's actually the most difficult part. That's the bit they're most nervous about at the end of the show when we go and we meet everybody afterwards. But it's an important part of it, is getting to know how to work with people, how to mingle in the workplace, how to make contacts, and it's a big part of it.
I think the show will help with my career by acting as a stepping stone. You know, this is the first step out of college, going into the real world of work. And I think all the experience that you're learning from it, you're learning that you have to really sell yourself, that you can't rely on anyone else, that it's you. You have to go out and you have to work really hard in order to get some work. And I guess that's what this show is basically telling you to do.
The fact that it's taking them from the security of where they've been in here and taking them out to the people in the industry, showing them the other side, not just the performing side, but the meeting the agents, the getting to know the directors. It's taking them from the security of their performance space in college out into the industry.
An actor who doesn't have faith in themselves doesn't get work. An actor has to be someone who's prepared to seize the moment. And this show is about that. It's about saying, I'm here, this is what I am, this is who I am, this is what I can do, and I'm good, and you should give me a job.
I think the show will help with my career because it would be nice if there were agents or companies that would maybe like to work with me or take me on. That'd be lovely. But it also does help with your audition process because you have to think about how you can show yourself off in such a limited space of time. So the monologues and the duologues all have to be quite compact, but they also have to be very, very versatile as well.
I think what this experience is teaching the students about enterprise is the bigger picture. They're used to being young actors, but they have to realise that to get work, they have to be more than just young actors. They have to understand about the business side, about who is in charge, who they need to approach, who the directors are, who the agents are. They have to know about CVs, photographs, standards that have to be met, and it gives them quite a lot of responsibility that they have to go out there and look for work. It's not just going to come landing at their feet, but they have to actually be proactive in producing material that can take them out into the workforce.
At the end we'll get out hopefully just a sense of what we've achieved and learned out of the 3 years, and take away that experience and use it in a professional context.
Well, it would be nice to have that sort of affirmation from people who are coming to view it, that they would like you to work for them in the future. But also it's a nice way of finishing things and just saying goodbye to everything that you've worked with and moving on to something new.